Spacey Sims, and we're here with a kind of update slash poll. So it's not going to be short, obviously, because my updates are never short. But since this is more like a poll video, I'm trying to get your input and thoughts. It's going to be a little bit long. So for those of you who only watch the Sims series that I do, this really isn't going to pertain to you because it has nothing to do with The Sims. This is basically more pertaining to the Atome games that I play and the other random games that I play. So, for those of you who do watch those series, Danganronpa V3 is coming to an end. Granted, it probably will not end until like July. I've got recorded up through almost the end of this month, and I have a little bit left. I'm not really quite sure how much, but I'm kind of already preparing like when it's done, what do I want to play after that? I have a couple of games that when I kind of took my hiatus from my channel, kind of got lost and never came back. So I do want to finish those. That's bear with me. Because that the third chapter's out, but that's only going to be about 4 parts. So I figure I will probably just try to record that and kind of throw them in there as a one-off, like in between the Sim stuff. So like every few days we'll have a video, whatever, just for me to finish that up. I don't know if anybody watched it. I liked the game. I'm gonna finish it. And then of course we have Marvel's the Telltale Guardians of the Galaxy, which has been long since like done. They're already on the next Batman one. But you know I had stopped playing games and I never finished that one, so I do want to finish that one. But I'm not as like, yeah, I need to finish it as like, oh, I need to finish that. So I might try to play that intermittently, and again, that would be kind of a one-off that would go on the channel, not necessarily taking the place of Danganronpa. And again, I know Danganronpa is not going to finish for like a month probably, but I want to give you guys time to kind of think about it or look at these other games and see what you want to see. This will also kind of help gauge what we play after Code Realize is done. Now, Code Realize, I have recorded all the way through St. Germain's Route. For those of you who are watching that, you know what I'm talking about. And I am going to go through and we are going to read the whole entire thing through for Lupin's Path. I will probably make those videos closer to an hour each just because you guys that watch that seem to want longer videos. And this way we don't have another 30 parts of that. Once that is finished, we will be playing Code Realize Future Blessings, which again will probably take like another like 5,000 parts. Because we are up to I've recorded up to part 62 of Code Realize, Guardians of Rebirth, or Guardian of Rebirth. And that's only through St. Germain's Route. So doing Lupin again is going to add like at least maybe another 20 parts. If I make them longer, it might only be 20. So yeah, we've got another like month worth of that, and then it's going to be at least a couple of months worth of Future Blessings. So we're probably not even going to start another Romance Atome game to take that place until like the freaking fall. I mean, what, like maybe September, October? Um, some of these games that I'm going to kind of go through that I want to tell you guys about are Romance Atome games. So some of them are perfect to take the place of Code Realize. I kind of have an idea for that. I'll kind of run through that with you. And the other ones can take the place of Danganronpa. I actually don't mind playing 2 different Otome games at the same time if you guys are cool with that. I originally didn't want to do that at first because I was thinking like I don't want to take away from one game and be playing 2 different ones, but at the same time I have a stack. The games we're going to go through, I think I have like 7, 8, 9, like 11 to 12. I have like a dozen games and a majority of them are like, well, they're visual novels, but a majority of them are Romance Otome games. So I mean, we're going to be here for 30 years if I play them back to back and I don't do 2 at once. So, with that said, I have a ton of games, a ton of games on Steam. I'm going to go through those ones first because I'm just going to bring up my Steam thing and go through kind of those. So, one of the things that I was thinking that we could do in place of Danganronpa is Steins Gate. So, I'm going to put my little thumbnail up that I created for this one. I am going to go to the store page on Steam and kind of read through what it's about, and hopefully, okay, good, that's quiet. This one could take a long time to do because it seems like there's a lot of different endings and a lot of different routes. It's 30 to 50 hours of reading time. So we could always just go through it once and maybe just play one through and not do like every path and every option because I have a feeling this one is not necessarily it's not really romancy. I think there are romance options, but I don't think it's necessary. It's really more just like a fun visual novel gameplay, and there are some romancy paths you can go down, or there might be. So it's not really strictly an Otome game, which is good. So I feel like that would be a good replacement for Danganronpa, also because it seems like it's going to be really long. But you guys let me know what you think. So Steins Gate follows a ragtag band of tech-savvy young students who discover the means of changing the past via mail using a modified microwave. Their experiments into how far they can go with their discovery begin to spiral out of control as they become entangled in a conspiracy surrounding CERN, the organization behind the Large Hadron Collider, and John Titter, who claims to be from a dystopian future. Interaction with the game takes place through the phone trigger system where the player can receive calls and text messages and decide whether to reply to them or not, changing the outcome of the game's plot. It's kind of interesting. So it features non-linear visual novels, so there's multiple different endings depending on your choices. 30 to 50 hours of reading time, and I think somewhere I saw that like there's a little bit like you could have some romance with some people maybe. So it's not really all about the romance. So I think that's kind of like a good thing. Also, in that vein, from the same developers of Steins Gate, I have Chaos Child. The fun thing about this though is I have this for the PS4 and it tells you nothing about the game. So I'm going to just read you what's on the game box. So this is literally from the front and it makes no sense and I think it's hilarious. If you are God and the delusion becomes reality, about what kind of the noids you get? That makes no sense. English, this is not. I love it. It's great. Um, it is the sensual world, the despotic society, the destructive sanctions, or dot dot dot. I have no idea what that means. It makes me even more curious. The back basically is from the creators of Steins Gate comes a dark new visual novel. Solve a series of inexplicable and gruesome murders. Choose between daydreams and nightmares to influence your reality. Unlock 7 unique character endings. So I don't know if we should play. I don't think you have to play like Steins Gate before you play that one, but those two are the two that kind of go from the same developers. So we could do that. We also have, for my Steam thing, this one is a little bit more of a romancy one. This was actually a free game on Steam, but I'm really interested in playing it. This is Cinderella Phenomenon. So this is basically 4 years after the end of the Great War and the loss of her mother, Crown Princess Lucette of Angeal is still struggling to come to terms with her new life and stepfamily. Cold-hearted and bitter, Lucette's life is once again turned upside down by the fairy tale curse. She's thrown into battle to regain her crown in a fractured kingdom where nothing is as it seems. So it goes through the features. There's like 235,000 words. That means nothing to me. Tell me hours of gameplay. Like you have a customizable name, so obviously her name is Spacey. Like, or we could have fun like we did with Mystic Destinies and call her some whatever Sparkles the Unicorn. Like we could come up with a fun like princess name for her that will be fun. Like having to say Inara Sparkles the Unicorn. 5 pursuable bachelors, each with a unique storyline, 10 plus side characters, 10 endings, 60 unlockable CGs, blah, blah, blah. So this one doesn't seem like as long, even though there's 5 bachelors, there's only 10 endings. I'm assuming there's a good ending and a bad ending for each one of them. So it's a little bit shorter, I think, than, say, what we're doing with Code Realize. But, and it gives you in their gameplay notes, like, a good way at, like, certain paths to play first. So we would probably, in this case, um, a playing order. I don't know if there's a way you can choose the person first. I mean, we could figure it out, or we might have to use a guide. I'm not sure. Obviously, the first playthrough, we always use a guide afterward. But anyway, and I think this one looks really cool because there's like a really nice, like the artwork is really cool on this. It's a little strange, but I like the way the characters look. There's almost a little stained glass kind of feel. Obviously, not in the like the backgrounds or anything, but it actually but just the way like the character Lucette when she comes up and like the way the text is on the bottom. I don't know. Like you can kind of see like the little symbol that's on the thumbnail kind of is always showing up and I don't know. It's really cute. It just looks good. And it was a free game on Steam. So, I mean, we're not losing anything by playing it and if it's terrible, but it seems like it's really good. It looks interesting. I like the artwork. Um and I would say like go play it cuz it's free. But you know what? Don't play it until after I play it. Or, still I'm going to still play it, even if you play it, so no spoilers. The other game on Steam, I want to talk about this one, guys, because I played this one. I started playing it. I didn't quite finish it. When I wasn't playing games and recording games, I was like, it was free. And it was like one of those games that I was like, this is free. So I'm not losing anything by playing it. And it was one of those, and I did it because I was like, no one's ever going to know I played this game. So it's a dirty little secret. But it's not going to be a dirty little secret because I want to play it for you guys because it's fucking great. The artwork is great, the story's good, and it is so fucking out there. I can't help but love it. It is Nekojishi. Put the thumbnail up here for you to see now. It is basically you are playing as this boy goes to college. He doesn't want to deal with like his family's temple because they're like in like that business, whatever. He wants to be a dancer, and of course he's a gay boy. And he ends up the whole romancy thing about this is 3 cat dudes. So it is like gay furry. I don't know. It's great though. It's actually really good. I was like, I'm just gonna play this out of curiosity because it's free. And I really shouldn't even deny that I played it because I have Hatoful Boyfriend, which is dating birds, in my Steam library. I haven't played that one yet. I was gonna get Dandelion whenever it goes on sale. Or like a really good sale, and that's like dating animals. So I got a couple of other games in there that I'm like, I don't know what it is about this because I'm not a furry person. Like I find that kind of creepy, but yet I want to play these games because there's something about it. It's like a train wreck. You're like, right? You're like, I need to look at this. Why am I looking at this? It's horrible. But this is actually really good. Like the artwork is really good and the story's actually good. It's just so far out in left field, just the whole topic of the story, but it's really good. It's also a free game on Steam, so but I'll read to you about the games I'm just telling you. So, born into a religious family, uh, Lin Tianlao left his hometown and moved to Taipei to study and follow his dreams, trying to escape the pressures of returning to his family's temple in the process. His ordinary college life seemed to be going well until suddenly one day his third eye was opened. Liao, now able to see the various spirits and gods in the world, has to deal with his newfound powers, his school life, and 3 particular cats who all want to have a say in his life and future. Nekojishi is a visual novel about the pressures and consequences of deciding your future in a world of gods and spirits, the position that religion and folklore take in modern society, and 3 feline beastmen that Leo can't seem to get out of his room or out of his head. It's fucking adorable. It just is. It's like furry porn, guys. I mean, I don't think anything's inappropriate in the like CGs, real because I have not gotten that far. There's some inappropriate ones on Google if you Google trying to look for things to make a thumbnail, and you're like, oh dear God. But I don't think they're in the game because obviously it's on Steam, and Steam is, really good about blocking inappropriate CGs and taking them out of games and stuff. So we won't be seeing anything like that. We would censor them if we did. But like I said, I was just like, well, it's free, and I'm really curious because the artwork's really great. Like the artwork is really good and cute, and obviously, like what's in the thumbnail, that's just cute little cartoonies. They're actually like not as cartoony as that in the game, but and so I was like doing it, and I'm like, it's actually really cool, and it's not really a bad story, and you get to choose, but it's like it's just so wildly out of left field and kind of inappropriate, but oh god, there's something funny. It was good. It was really good the first time I went through. Like I said, I didn't quite get to the end. But we would go through and try to do all 3 paths. But yeah, I have to share that one because it's like it really was good, even though it's like I said, kind of out there. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta play these because to be honest with you, I bought a year ago or more on it was either the winter or summer sale. It was a really good deal. It was a bundle of I want to just say a combination of the best and worst Romancia Tome visual novels out there. And I mean that because some of them you're like, "Oh, they're rated well." The other ones are rated like mixed, so many people are like this is just horrible and I'm like, "I want to play it more because of all the bad reviews." So I almost want to go through and have a segment that we do, just one whole dedicated nonstop of the worst ones and like this one has mixed reviews and here are all the worst reviews about this game and I just want to go through and play the damn train wreck because I just want to do it because sometimes they're awful. Virtually and Safiz and I actually sometimes get together and just have like days where we just chit chat, talk, hang out, obviously via Discord because we're all in different areas. And we actually played a visual novel together once, and it was just the worst. It was like, this is so horrible. What is going on? And it was so bad. It was so bad it was good. And so of course I have a bunch of these because it's like they're amazing. You're like, this is a train wreck, and this is not at all what you no. This is so, I mean, hi. You guys, you saw it, any of you who watched Amnesia Memories, my playthrough, you kind of know there are certain things that you were like, this is just no. Why? Why is this in here? But these are visual novels that are that whole thing. Apparently the whole thing is like that. And I find that amazing. But anyway, that's a whole separate thing we're going to do down the line somewhere. Now going back through, so let's see, what did we do? We talked about Cinderella Phenomenon. Oh, Nameless, the one thing you must recall. I cannot remember what this one is about. I'm going to go to the store page. Because, yeah, so this one I've had for a while. So, is a visual novel designed for a female audience? Obviously, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. I want to know about the story, but I can't find it. Okay. Ari, the name is replaceable, so Spacey, is a high school student, and everything about her seems ordinary except she has a special hobby. Oh god, we're a high school student. That makes everything creepy. uh, Ari is into collecting ball-jointed dolls made from the doll company, Kroby Doll. Although she treats her dolls like her real family, she cannot talk about them even to her normal best friends. With her parents living overseas, she was left all alone after her grandpa's death. She started to rely on her dolls to escape from her loneliness. Then one day, she had a dream about feathers coming out of her diary, and when she woke up, she heard strange sounds coming from her kitchen. I'm gonna guess all of her dolls came to life. Oh, guys, this is great. Um, I can't. I guess I'm trying to see if I can scroll through. So that's interesting. So like, do her dolls come to life? So this is kind of like in the, my, you know, animals came to life, but this time it's a doll. Okay, sure. I have no idea, guys. These things, a lot of these have been in my Steam wish list for a while when they go on a really good sale. I'm like, okay, buy them. And then I'm like, wait, what the hell? And I don't even remember. Trust me, I have like 50 or 60 games in my to playlist, and I have a bunch of and like a majority of them are like romancy, and they're either the good or the bad ones. We'll get to them all eventually. Now we're gonna go on to our PS Vita games. The only thing about these is my concern, I would have to try it, is what happens if I take out Code Realize? Does my PS Vita have enough space to save 2 different games worth of data, or like am I gonna fuck myself up and like screw up Code Realize? I don't know. We'll find out. So we have Bad Apple Wars. I'm just gonna read from the game case. I'm going in the order of them stacked, the way they're stacked in my hand right now. So Bad Apple Wars is Lost Souls. Get out there and break some rules. I'm trying to read it. By the way, it's a tiny little case and it's tiny words, and they're white words on like colorful background, so it's almost hard to read. Okay, after a sudden car accident on her first day of school, the protagonist finds herself in the afterlife, standing before a strange school for lost souls. Standing before a strange school for lost souls. Okay, what? Sorry. It is said that here at Nevea Academy. Okay, whatever. Any student who behaves and follows the rules will be able to graduate and start their life anew. After a man wearing a rabbit head informs her of her untimely demise, the confounded protagonist attends the school's opening ceremony, and then, suddenly, a loud blast tears through the auditorium. At that moment, a war breaks out between the Bad Apples, a group of delinquent students opposing the academy, and the prefects, sworn enforcers of the school rules. School rules. School rules. Spacey can read. In the midst of the chaos, the protagonist comes across a red-haired young man. Without a without a shred of hesitation in his voice, he reaches out his hand out to her and asks, "Do you want to live?" That seems kind of interesting. We have Seven Scarlet, Illuminate the Truth. This one actually looks kind of interesting, and this one just came out like a month ago, maybe. A year ago, in a mysterious town shaped like a crescent moon, Ichiko's older brother vanished without a trace. Today she returns, determined to find answers. Her childhood friend Hino and the members of the cryptic Okanzado Supernatural Club. I don't know. I can't read Japanese names. I need to learn Japanese just so I can read this shit and not sound like an asshole. But anyway, Supernatural Club offer their assistance in tracking down the town's legends. But only she can separate rumors from reality. And I'm not even going to lie. In this, there are exclusive set of 7 character collector cards in my box, and I didn't even know that. That's so exciting. That Apple Wars doesn't have stuff in it. Whatever. Game sucks, doesn't it? I'm just kidding. This has got character cards. I want to open them and read them to you, but we'll do that if we'll play that game. We also have Psychedelica of the Black Butterfly, and coming out later in June is Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk. I don't know if you have to play Black Butterfly before Ashen Hawk, but we are obviously going to do that because this one came out first. So this one, to me, from what I understand, sounds like a cross between a romancy visual novel and a Danganronpa, because you're having to shoot black butterflies, so it's not just a romancy visual novel. But it's I don't know. So, awakening in a mysterious mansion, her first frantic thoughts are, "Where am I?" and more importantly, "Who am I?" So, like every other visual novel, amnesia. Fucking love it. She encounters several young men in the same predicament, of course, because there's only one girl and a bunch of dudes. Again, not complaining because I love it. Trapped and missing their memories. To survive, they must hunt black butterflies and claim kaleidoscope shards from the horrific monsters surrounding them. See? So it's like you have to shoot butterflies and you have to collect shards, like friendship fragments, right? But I don't think there's class trials, and Lord knows, so it's like I feel like it's almost got a little bit of like how Danganronpa, when you go through the class trials, you got to shoot things, you got to do all these things, and you got to do that in here while romancing people. So it's going to be a train wreck because I'm really sucky at like shooter shit and like anything like that. So it ought to be really fun. like, this one also has 7 character collector cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why do we have 7 if there's only 5? Oh, several. There must be 6 young men. But this art looks kind of cool because it's super colorful, but it's almost like watercolor colorful. Maybe it's just the front of the case to me. But anyway, so there's that one. We have Color X Malice, which also seems really good. So, vivid ideals, formless justice, everything leads to rebirth. The protagonist is a rookie cop working in Shinjuku, a city that has become unsafe after a series of violent crimes known as the X-Day incidents. While responding to a call late one night, she was ambushed, and upon awakening, she found that she'd been collared by an unknown person, like literally collared, like she has a collar on. Worse, the collar had a poison delivery mechanism that was capable of being activated remotely. And as she's given a small dose of the poison, a few mysterious men arrive and save her. They claim that they're former police officers attempting to solve the X-Day incidents. We're all police officers. That sounds suspicious right there. Uncertain whether or not she can trust these men and their mysterious circumstances, she reluctantly agrees to work with them and fall in love. I added that last love part, but that's what it's all about. She has unwittingly become the key to unlocking the mystery of these horrendous crimes, but who's in control of her life, and can Shinjuku ever be returned to its tranquil past? Oh, and by the way, so I just want to point out that Seven Scarlet, Psychedelic of the Black Butterfly, Bad Apple Wars, and Color X Malice so far. These are all Idea Factory, Automate. Some of them are Design Factory, and that's the developer we love. I'm really pretty sure that Design Factory is the one that does everything that I love, because like Seven Scarlet was also done with Idea Factory, Automate, and Toybox, and you can tell the artwork is a little bit different. Color X Malice is slightly different too, even though they're Design Factory. But I feel like Design Factory is the one that like really does, because like this one's a little bit different, but they're the ones that did Amnesia Memories and Code Realize. So I just feel like automatically, like, we love them. They're probably going to be really good, even if the artwork isn't exactly Code Realize artwork. It's still good. It's still nice. It's just nothing is going to replace that in my goddamn. I say that. Nothing's going to replace it in my heart. But I felt that same way about Amnesia Memories and Code Realize came along. Period Cube, Shackles of Amadeus. I've had this one for fucking forever. This one in Color X Malice I have had for as long as I've had Code Realize, which has been like over a year. The rest of them are all relatively new. So yeah. Period Cube this is the story of a young woman trapped in a fantasy world, a story of love and adventure. This artwork's kind of cute. It's all purpley. Lots of purples and turquoises. I like it. Anyway, Searching for clues about your missing brother. Of course, there's always a missing brother or amnesia and a bunch of hot boys, and we're the only girl. And there's like, I love it. I love it. Something is wrong with me. Anyway. Okay, you and your childhood friend Hiroya begin playing an online RPG called Arcadia, like Arcadia Bay. Nothing good's gonna happen there. I just threw in Life is Strange. Anyway. You're suddenly enveloped in a flash of light and awaken to find yourself in a mysterious fantasy world. You discover you've been sent inside the game, woo, and learn that the only way out is to complete it. That sounds fun. In a deadly world on the verge of collapse, you become the Almighty, the key to clearing Arcadia and the secret weapon everyone is after. I hope this is more like a visual novel and I don't have to like fight. Sometimes I don't know. I just buy things. Is it a visual novel? Cool, buy it. And then it's like, oh my god. There's so many that look so good and I always want to like buy them, but then I'm like, oh, but then there's like the RPG kind of fighting stuff in them and I can't do that. So you and your companions undertake a perilous journey where love grows as the world falls apart. Amazing. Okay, so there's that one. And then, guys, we have another series. So I saved this one for last because I really feel like some of these other ones we could play whenever. I feel like this one, though, that I'm going to talk about now, needs to be the one that comes after Code Realize. So this is where I was talking way earlier in the video about, I kind of have a plan for that. Because we have Code Realize Guardian of Rebirth, and then we're going to play Code Realize Future Blessings, and maybe by then they'll have localized the third one. That would be nice, and then we'll play that, but just in case they don't. We have Hakuoki. There are 2 games in this series right now. There's Kyoto Winds, and there's Edo Blossoms. So Kyoto Winds is the first one. Edo Blossoms will play after the fact, but I'm going to kind of tell you about, there's really not much about either one of them, but I feel like the cover is almost exactly the same. I'm so confused. But this is another Idea Factory, Design Factory, Automata, and this one is very similar to me, artwork style, to Code Realize, so I have a feeling it's going to be really fucking good. But, so for the back of Kyoto Winds, romance the samurai of the Shinsengumi and conquer your demons. So it's like a period one. It's going to be great. Explore Kyoto in vibrant visual novel scenes. Fall in love with one of 12 bachelors. We're going to be here fucking forever. We're going to be here fucking forever playing this because we're going to do all of them. We're going to do all of them. Yeah, we are. In this historical fantasy, compelling tales of romance and the supernatural unfold in 30 plus endings. Yeah, there would be 30 plus endings because, I mean, Jesus. Oh, and they are beautiful, 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 beautiful samurai boys. Oh, good lord. And then Hakuoki Edo Blossoms, which would be the second one. So I'm going to put the thumbnail up because I already created it for this one, even though we can't play it until after we play Kyoto Winds. Find true love on the journey to Edo. Your choices decide your fate. 12 unique bachelors battle for your heart. Explore Bakumatsu era Japan. I think Bakumatsu is how you say it. Japan through detailed historical settings. Uncover dark secrets. Find true love and more with 30 plus endings. So again, I'm not sure if it's the same guys or it's a total different set of guys. I would think it would be the same ones. You know what I'm saying? Just because I think at one point these were like combined together and now they're separated into 2 separate games. I don't know. Probably back before they were localized. So I feel like the Hakuoki series should be what we do after Code Realize, just because it's 2 games and there's a lot. To me, this has a lot more to it. I mean, with 12 dudes to romance, Jesus, and then there's 2 games. So I feel like that's what we should do is we'll keep going with Code Realize like we've been doing. After we do Future Blessings, then we'll go to Hakuoki, just because that's going to take time consuming. And then any one of these other games that we've gone through could be what we do to replace Danganronpa. So again, bear with me in Guardians of the Galaxy. I think I do want to finish them. I'm not in a rush to be like, woohoo, let's finish them right now. I'm probably going to, whenever I get a chance to record them, and they'll be kind of in between the Sims stuff. So we're always going to have something. We're going to have something that replaces Danganronpa. Guardians of the Galaxy and Bear With Me will kind of just be in between. Like, so sometimes we might have 4 videos like we've been doing with Detroit Become Human and having Sims stuff up. Well, just because I really wanted to get Detroit Become Human up every single day for you guys, just because I needed you to see it. It's so good. But like Sims is usually every other day. That's kind of what I've managed to record at this point. So every other day, maybe I'll fill in if I can get Bear With Me and Guardians of the Galaxy done. I'll put those up in those spaces. But anything else here to go into the place of Danganronpa. So Um, Steins Gate is not going to be as romancy. So if you guys don't want Danganronpa taken over by an Otome game, that's probably that, or Chaos Child is probably the best bet. I'm not really sure with Chaos Child because, like you heard, there's literally nothing in the description. All of the other games are more romancy Otome games, I feel like. So any one of those, and I originally did not want to, like I said, play another Otome game just because I didn't want it to take away from Code Realize. But at the same time, it's like I have so many of these. So many that if we only did one at a time, we're going to be here for 7 years. And there's going to be so many more that come out, especially because, oh my god, Axis has localized so many of these games. Like I said, Color X Malice, Period Cube, and Code Realize I've had for like almost a year. I think I got them like last summer or last fall, anywhere between June, July, August, something like that. And Bad Apple Wars, Psychedelic of the Black Butterfly, Seven Scarlet, Future Blessings. I don't think they did. They don't. No, they didn't localize Chaos Child. All the Hakuoki ones, they've localized all these games. Even I have another one too that I didn't put in the list because I'm just like I don't want to play it just yet. So we'll get to that one eventually. But I mean, seven different games from them that I just bought like recently, and there's another one coming out that's like 8. Literally in the past like few months. I literally bought all of these, like, at one time, obviously except for Seven Scarlet and Psychedelica because those just came out, but, like, just so many of these, like, all just came out, like, have been coming out recently, so I feel like they're doing a lot of localizations, which is good, and hopefully more of the localizations that they do are visual novel, Otome kind of things, just because that's what I like to play, and God, we need more of them, and thank God Axis exists to localize this shit because nobody else is doing it, so kudos to them. I love them and Design Factory and Idea Factory and Animate because they're bringing us all these fucking amazing games. And hopefully the third Code Realize. That would be great. Oh my god, guys, that'd be so great. But yeah, so those are the games. So let me know which ones you like best, which ones you want to see. If you have a preference for what takes over for Danganronpa, if you think we should, whatever, or if you have a suggestion for what comes after Code Realize, if you don't want to do the Hakuoki series after that. I think that's really the best thing to do just because that one's really long. So I feel like it needs to have its own time. Um, but we could do that after Danganronpa if you really want to. I kind of want to. I think I would prefer to do one of the shorter games, just because. I mean, obviously they're not going to be super short, but shorter than that one. Just because then we can get through more of them. We can do a couple of them at a time. While Hakuoki takes us fucking forever. And Code Realize is going to take us forever too, because that's going to take a couple months. So, but yeah. So which ones you want to see? If there's anything else out there that you absolutely want to see, if I have it in my Steam library, I will do it. I don't have the money right now to get any other games. I have too many to begin with that we have to play through. Oh god, oh my god, I almost forgot one thing. Let me finish this up here. But if there is anything else, let me know because I'll check it out. I do have a ton in my library and I have a ton on my Steam wish list. I usually go through when they have a summer sale or winter sale and get like a bunch when they're on really good sales, and I have a couple that I definitely want to get. Um, but we'll play them whenever we get to them. If I have it in my Steam library and everybody is like, we need to play this one, and everybody votes for it, we can certainly do that. But as you can see, I have like 500 of them ready with thumbnails. Like, I don't know which one of these to play next, and I really don't. And that's why I'm giving you guys like a month to go through, look at them, figure it out, leave suggestions, pick which one you want to see. And because I don't really know which one to do. They're all so good, and I would play them all at the same damn time. I'm not even kidding, but we can't do that. We have to pick one. Somebody needs to beat me into submission and tell me which ones to do, because otherwise I'm going to try to play them all at the same time. But anyway, the other thing, guys, this one I will probably be doing as soon as I can get the code for it. I totally forgot because I don't have the game in my hands, and I totally forgot I made the thumbnail for it. Is To the Edge of the Sky. So that if you watched me play Mystic Destinies This is by the same developers. I played the demo for this like a year ago when they came out. It's really good. They've done a lot of changes to it. I think only chapter 1 is out right now because they're working on it and they're definitely doing like an art overhaul. So this will be like a almost like a Mystic Destinies where we did as much as we could and then okay, this route's not there anymore so we can't play that. So that's what's going to happen. So this will be like an in-betweenies as it comes out and as pieces come out. I just funded they have a fundraiser to change up the art style. The amount of money they've raised for this game is fucking amazing. Like it's great. So there's a lot of people. This basically like the characters are based off of a K-pop band that I've only heard of because of this and because I watch music video sins, which I love. And they started sinning like all like the K-pop genre and everything. They've sinned a couple of their videos. So I was like, oh, okay, at least I know what they're talking about now. BTS is the band. Obviously, the characters aren't the band members, but they're supposed to look like that. They kind of look like them, and it's in like a cyberpunk kind of future. It was a really good demo. I will try to remember to link the video for the demo at the end of this so that you can find it and watch that. Um, but yeah, it's in my Spacey Plays Random Games. It doesn't have its own thumbnail, but it's To the Edge of the Sky demo. It was really good, and I really liked it. We're still waiting, obviously, for Mystic Destiny's Echoes to come out. They're still working on that, but in between, they've been doing this. So I guess in a way, I'm slightly disappointed because I backed Echoes like twice. And I'm like, I need that game, and you're working on something else. But at the same time, I love these developers. Mystic Destinies was really great, and it got better as it went. You could tell, you know, every route that came out was just so much better than the last one. It was amazing. So I have high hopes for this. The demo was great, and I really do like it. So even though I'm really excited for Echoes and I'm really anticipating that one and I really want that one, I'm still excited about this because these ladies are amazing and they do amazing work. The art is fucking amazing. So I'm kind of excited to play this. But like I said, I backed their fundraiser to update the artwork to a new style that they want to use. And with that, I got access to the premium content, so the premium game, which you get a little bit more in than the free version. So you can play this game for free. Um, but I'm waiting for the code for that, and it's just for some reason it's not coming through. So I'm probably gonna have to contact them and be like, dude, but I want to play this. So eventually, when I get the code for that, I will be playing this one. This is not gonna take the place of anything. I think once I get the code, I'm gonna start playing it because, like I said, I think only chapter 1 is out right now, and as they go through and release stuff, we'll play what they release. So it's gonna kind of be a sporadic. It's not gonna be like a straight through because we can't. So for those of you who followed Mystic Destinies, you're kind of used to that because each route took months to come out and stuff like that. So we'll just be playing it like that. But I just kind of wanted to um, let you know about that is coming. So I'm kind of excited for that. And I don't think now that this video is like freaking almost 40 minutes long, Jesus. But that's it. So let me know what you think. Leave your comments. Which ones you want to see? What do you want to see take the place of Danganronpa? Because it's going to wrap up in a month. I'm almost done recording it, so you know me. I'm almost done recording it. I'm gonna need something else to record because otherwise I'm gonna record all of Code Realize and I'm gonna be sitting here for like a month twiddling my thumbs. So I need something to start recording for you guys. Even if we start slowly putting something else in before Danganronpa and then it just takes the plate, like whatever. I just need something else to record, man. I love doing this. Have fun. So we have so many games to play. So which ones you like best? Even if you have no preference, even if you're like every single one of these is great, still put down, you know what, this one appealed to you more than anything. It'll just help me make a decision. Even if everybody's like got a totally different vote, it'll help kind of narrow it down, hopefully. So, but anyway, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys who watch everything, or even if it's just the Sim series. You're probably not watching this because it didn't apply to Sim series. So, but anyway, I still love you. And thank you for bearing with me for like 40 minutes. But for those of you who follow the Atome visual novels, I really appreciate it because I love playing these games, and I'm really glad that there are those of you who are enjoying it with me, and everybody who just watches anything on this channel and bears with me for being a pain in the ass. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. Leave your feedback. I really do appreciate it. We're going to try to do whatever we can and get something new in there when Danganronpa wraps up. So yeah, I will see you guys around. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, leave your opinions below, and I will see you next time.